Trump's new tax on spending bill just passed the Senate by a single vote. But what's really in its hand? Why are so many Americans furious? The bill is officially called the One Big Beautiful Bill, a massive and controversial package that combines tax cuts, social program cuts, military spending increases, and sweeping executive powers. But critics are sounding the alarm. They say this bill would rewrite the balance of power in Washington, gut the safety net, and massively increase the national debt. It passed the Senate 51-50, with Vice President J.D. Vance casting the deciding vote. All eyes are on the House, where Republicans are deeply divided over the bill's implications. But here's the catch: nearly half of that is unfunded. Trump insists that the economy will grow into the bill, citing Reagan-era trickle-down economics. Economists aren't convinced. Supporters say it's a bold step forward, cutting taxes, reducing red tape, giving Trump the power he needs to finish what he started. In Tampa Bay, New York, and Los Angeles, tens of thousands marched in what organizers are calling the Free America movement. Many see the bill as part of a broader shift. Trump's plan to reshape American government in his own image, their message. This isn't just about policy, it's about democracy itself. Let's break it down. And with tariffs on Chinese and European imports set to increase next month, businesses are bracing for supply chain chaos. Stocks dipped, then rose, then dipped again. Bond yields are climbing as investors fear ballooning debt. And while Trump claims he has new trade deals ready to go with Vietnam, Brazil, and India, details remain murky. The bill includes more than $3.3 trillion in federal spending over the next 5 years, most of it directed at infrastructure, defense, and business tax cuts. At the same time, the bill slashes Medicaid by 40%, eliminates federal support for after-school programs, and defunds more than 70 community health initiatives. Critics say it is a reverse Robin Hood, taking from the poor and giving to the politically powerful. Among Republicans, 71% support the bill. Among independents, support drops to just 28%. Democrats are overwhelmingly opposed. But here's the twist. 40% of voters say they don't fully understand what the bill does. They just know it as big, controversial, and Trump's. Can he unify the GOP to pass the bill before July 4th, as Trump demands? Or will the internal fracture cause the bill to collapse in the final stretch? That's 40 kids with nowhere to go. A military veteran in Arizona said, "I support the defense budget, but not if it means cutting my brother's disability benefits." Then there's the executive power section. Trump calls it common sense, saying presidents need more room to act. Opponents call it authoritarian and dangerous. This part is drawing the most fire. The bill grants the president temporary authority to bypass congressional review on trade deals, military deployments, and emergency funding. Protests erupted within hours of the bill's passage in the Senate. Some protesters dressed in colonial-era costumes, others carried signs reading "No More Kings" and "Power to the People." And then there's the economy. Till then, the protests will grow louder, the markets will stay nervous, and the country will keep asking, is this the future we want? In Michigan last night, he told a cheering crowd, "We're getting it done. The greatest package in American history. We're cutting taxes, building tanks, and keeping the deep state out of your life." On Wall Street, markets reacted with confusion. Say the so-called deals are little more than handshake promises. Meanwhile, inside the Republican Party, the tension is boiling over. Traditional conservatives like Senator Mike Lee and Representative Liz Cheney say the bill violates every principle the GOP once stood for: balanced budgets, limited government, and constitutional checks and balances. But the MAGA wing, led by Representatives Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene, are cheering the bill as a historic win, proof that Trump is delivering for his base. Speaker of the House Byron Donalds now faces the biggest challenge of his career. And what about the voters? That confusion may work in Trump's favor. He's already using the bill as a rallying cry at campaign events, calling it the crown jewel of his second term. His supporters love it. But outside the base, Americans are worried. A teacher in Wisconsin told reporters, "If this bill passes, my after-school program gets shut down." And at the heart of it all is one question. What kind of country does America want to be? A country led by a strong man with sweeping authority, and a massive, centralized spending plan, or one that reigns in executive power and finds consensus through debate. Trump is betting big that voters want bold action, not endless gridlock. And he's building his re-election campaign around that message. But bold can be reckless. Powerful can become dangerous. Whether this bill becomes law or not, one thing is clear. Trump isn't just trying to win an election. He's trying to reshape the presidency itself. The House vote is expected within the next 72 hours.